One of the most elegant strokes in tennis is the one-handed backhand, but it's also one of the trickiest to master. It requires a wrist that is both flexible and strong, as well as good timing and the right form. The one-handed backhand is a tough shot to perfect, but with proper guidance and exercises, you can develop your consistency and technique. The shot is frequently used by more seasoned players and is renowned for its versatility, allowing players to deploy it in various ways, from strong drives to delicate drops. So in this video, we will talk about how to master the one-handed backhand, 3 tips and 4 drills. First, 3 tips for mastering the one-handed backhand. Tip 1. Proper grip. The grip used for the one-handed backhand is different from the one used for the forehand and is typically described as the continental grip. The continental grip is performed by placing your hand on the racket handle with your palm facing down and your index finger and thumb forming a V shape, which is supposed to be directed towards your shoulder. Your thumb should be wrapped around the handle of the racket toward the back of the grip, and the handle should rest on the first knuckle of your index finger. Since it enables players to make all kinds of shots, this grip is more versatile than others. Players must first position themselves properly to hit a one-handed backhand using this grip. The perfect stance requires having their feet shoulder-width apart and their bodies angled toward the net. The player's knees should be slightly bent, and their backhand foot should be slightly in front of their front foot. Tip 2. Footwork and timing. Proper footwork is crucial for the player to position themselves correctly, create adequate momentum, and transfer their weight efficiently to hit the ball with accuracy and control. The ready stance, where the player stands with their feet shoulder-width apart, their knees slightly bent, and their weight evenly distributed on both feet, is the first step in the footwork for the one-handed backhand. The player should move forward slightly with the lead foot, which for a right-handed player is typically the left foot, as the opponent serves. To come closer to the ball and get ready for the stroke, the player takes this step. The following action to prepare for the backhand is essential after the player touches the ball. To shift weight to the front foot while keeping the rear foot in place, the player needs to take a greater step with the lead foot. The following action to prepare for the backhand is essential after the player touches the ball. To shift weight to the front foot while keeping the rear foot in place, the player needs to take a greater step with the lead foot. This maneuver assists the player in assuming the ideal striking stance, which involves inclining the upper body and turning the shoulders in the direction of the net. To maintain balance and enhance timing, the player should also keep their knees bent and their eyes fixed on the ball. With the front foot, the player should step into the ball as the racket moves forward, putting it firmly on the floor and driving the shot with their leg muscles. To strike the ball in front of the body, the player should aim for a relatively small upward angle and a follow-through that ends slightly above the shoulder. Following the shot, the player should quickly regain his or her composure by taking a small step back with the front foot and then bringing the back foot forward to get back into the ready position. Tip 3. Follow through. The shot must be properly followed through to be successful. The racket must be vertical as you strike the ball with your one-handed backhand, and the butt cap of the racket should be pointed in the direction of the target. You can handle the ball the best from this posture, which will also enable you to make accurate shots. After you've struck the ball, turn your shoulders and body in the direction of the net. You can exert greater power and control over the shot by making this move. Make sure your dominant hand follows the rotation with your non-dominant hand leading the way. For this shot, the wrist and elbow play a key role in the follow-through. Your wrist should be at ease and your elbow should be bent after you strike the ball. With the racket in this position, the target will be reached effortlessly. For the shot to be successful, the final position of the follow-through is crucial. Your non-dominant hand should be positioned so that it faces the way that you want the ball to travel as the racket follows through toward the target. You can keep your balance and command of the shot by adopting this position. When you strike the ball, you should follow through right away. If you wait too long to follow through, your shot may be awkward or lack power and accuracy. Like any shot in tennis, you need to be decisive with this shot. Next, as promised, let's look at 4 drills. 1. Unit turn drill. The unit turn drill is an effective way to practice the one-handed backhand, and it involves a combination of footwork and racket preparation. Begin the drill with your knees slightly bent and your feet shoulder-width apart in the ready stance. Take a slight step with your front foot when your opponent hits the ball toward your backhand side. Rotate on your back foot and step forward slightly. While keeping your shoulders level and your eyes centered on the ball, rotate your upper body in the same direction. By bringing your racket back behind your body with your non-dominant hand as you pivot and step, you'll be ready to hit. Use your legs and core muscles to produce force and steadiness throughout the shot, and keep your balance at all times. 2. One-handed backhand rally drill. The one-handed backhand is a shot that requires a lot of practice and refinement. One effective way to improve your one-handed backhand is through a rally drill. To do this drill, find a hitting partner and start rallying cross-court. Focus on hitting your one-handed backhand consistently and cleanly. Try to hit the ball in the middle of your racket and keep your eyes on the ball at all times as you attempt to capture and reproduce a consistent technique. You can start slow and gradually increase the pace as you get more comfortable. Focus on one specific element to improve with each attempt. You may select footwork, force and accuracy of shot making, running strikes, or moving about the court as the chosen component of the shot to optimize as you advance through this drill. Target practice is another powerful drill for helping you improve your technique, judge distance, and boost your court sense. You can aim for specific areas of the court, or you can hit a selected target across the court or down the line. Start changing the pace and spin of your shots as soon as you feel confident hitting short rallies. Make a variety of shots by alternating between spin and cut. By making certain shots harder and others softer, you can change up the tempo. Start moving across the court as you get more at ease striking the one-handed backhand. Hit a few shots from the service line and a few from the baseline. Try to maintain your form and accuracy throughout. 3. One-handed backhand volley drill. A hard shot that calls for exceptional hand-eye coordination and technique is the one-handed backhand volley. To gain a feel for the ball, start with slow, simple volleys. At this point, you shouldn't be concerned with hitting the ball hard or with a lot of spin. Instead, put your attention on connecting with the ball firmly and developing a strong feel for it. After 5 or 10 minutes of practicing this shot, you'll have enough confidence to attempt the second part of the exercise. And that is this: to start following using the backhand shot as the basis for the volley. You're aiming for the ball to travel a long distance using this technique, but your other key outcome from this exercise is that you use your one-handed backhand technique and that the ball stays in your opponent's singles court, ideally on the baseline. Start changing the placement of your shots as you go along with the exercise. Mix your volleys by going straight forward, across the court, and down the line. This will assist you in improving your one-handed backhand volley accuracy and placement. Finally, as you get more practice with the drill, try giving your shots some spin. Your game will take on a new dimension as a result, and your opponent will face greater difficulty retrieving the ball. Imparting the spin will become intuitive the more practice you have and the more matches you use the shot in. 4. Racket face drill. Start by standing in the middle of the court before beginning the racket face drill. As you normally would, position yourself to hit the ball. Think about where your racket face is when you start your forward swing. During this exercise, you should make sure that the strings on your racket are pointed in the direction you want the ball to travel, and that the face of the racket is parallel to the ground at the point of contact. Make a conscious effort to maintain a solid and steady wrist during the swing to accomplish this. Your racket face will be inconsistent, and you'll find it more difficult to control the ball if your wrist is loose or sloppy. Keep an eye on the ball as you swing forward and see how it makes contact with the strings. For tennis players of all skill levels, the racket face drill is an essential shot to practice. You may improve your one-handed backhand technique and racket face control by performing this practice frequently. This will enable you to hit the ball with greater consistency and strength when you are playing. It is useful to practice this shot at the baseline and then moving forward 2 meters and forward 2 meters until you get close to the net, and then going back with each attempt trying to replicate the technique without falling short of the net. If you fail to clear the net, start again from the beginning. It's best to have a hitting partner with you to help with this practice drill. So, this was all about how to master one-handed backhand. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like and share the video. Here are 2 more videos for you to enjoy. Also, subscribe to our awesome and inspiring YouTube channel, Forehand Frenzy, and hit the bell icon for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.